Breathe, Dex. Feel the grip beneath your feet. Forget about the spins from last year. This year, you're one with the car. Don't race against time. Be time. Podium isn't a place. It's a state of mind. Full send, baby.
This year, it's payback time. I'm done waiting. I'm faster, smarter, sharper. No more holding back. It's time to prove that we can do it at our home track.
Welcome to Hockenheim, a track steeped in history. A place where legends have been made and dreams have been broken. And for our two drivers, it's as close to a home race as it gets. This is round 2 of the GT Open.
My preparations for this weekend, I've recently become Buddhist. Yeah, meditation has now become a big part of who I am.
That sounds pretty interesting.
No, it sounded convincing.
Race 1 is about to begin. Dexter Müller takes the start after a tough qualifying session that didn't quite go to plan. But when the lights go out, it's all about the fight ahead. Let's see how Dexter handles the pressure and makes his way through the field.
So this is the beginning of the race 1. It is me starting on the grid, and I know what's coming. It was very exciting. My manager will be very proud of this moment because I had one of the best starts I ever had in my life. I just came around the last bend and the lights went green. There's me flying past 4 of my competitors off the get-go in the first corner, which is very thoughtful from the camera crew because for the first time ever, they show me videos of me overtaking and not videos of me being overtaken. And coming into the second corner, I have quite a few positions gained. So thank you very much, guys. This is a beautiful, beautiful video. I appreciate that.
The fight is on now. The gloves are out. Ooh. And I remember seeing this guy in the Audi. I think it's a Pro-Am competitor. He wasn't so happy with the idea of Dexter diving on the brake. And it's something that is not quite allowed, but it still, thanks to the reaction of Dexter, it still worked out. But actually moving on the braking is what this is called. It's a bit of a, we don't like to see it so much, but you know, I guess he was surprised by the move and just moved over very late. But Dexter very skillfully reacted and squeezed it in. So this is after the pit stop, so Dexter had his work done. I think we somehow had a very good kind of track position and the way the race evolved. So I just found myself in a very forward-looking kind of dynamic all the time and was able to make up places.
Some other Mercedes driving into it and Audi, and a few went wide, and which means you can undercut, which Yannick has done very, very well, to some Audi, and now he's behind 2 Mercedes coming into a fast arena. He's weaving a little bit. He's dispatched another car.
Then later on in the race, we had a safety car that spiced things up again. I think it played in our favor, to be honest. We could close the gap. And at the same time, I think we were a bit lucky. The guys behind us were lapped. So actually, we also gained on them, which put us in a pretty comfortable situation. So it was game on, attacking some more. I thought maybe we'll have a chance to finish second or even first.
Cheers to the safety car guy. I've seen you with the pimp glasses. You look very good. And for the first time ever, it's worked in my favor. So cheers to you.
What a race! With power, determination, and a bit of luck with the safety car, the duo managed to fight their way up to P3 in the Pro-Am category. A hard-earned podium and a strong start to the weekend.
So the rumor I heard on the track was that CBRX, Recovering Raceworks, together with SBS, gave out a grand total of 110 tickets this weekend, which I think is quite a viewership on our side and a lot of support. We had a lot of great people. And it's really, really nice. We had a nice hospitality tent, and it's great to have everybody around.
You might say that it's a bit stressful as well, having to handle all the racing that's going on. You know, the development of the setups that happens in the background is a lot of work, especially on a weekend like that. Then at the same time, whenever you get a breather, you kind of have to handle the guests and, you know, show them around. And it might sound a bit negative, but it's not. I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. You know, it's just at the end of a day like that, you're pretty tired, but it's worth it.
Mettler.
Musst du so sagen. Yeah.
It's Sunday, and things aren't looking good. Heavy rain is pouring down over Hockenheim. Conditions are far from ideal. But Yannick Mettler is ready to fight, with courage, focus, and no fear of the storm.
How much spray is going to be kicked up when the lights go out and we hit full speed in this race? Already the cars are disappearing in the spray. We're racing in Hockenheim for the second time this weekend.
So this will be start of race 2 in full wet conditions, as we see. As you can see, I can nothing see. But yeah, it's pretty... Sorry. It's part of the game, but I'm not gonna lie, it's always uncomfortable because basically you have a blind flight at way above 200. Yeah, it's just you drive into a wall of spray, and there's more comfortable things than that for sure. But it's the same for everybody except for the leader. It's the only time ever I think you're happy if somebody pulls a gap on you as well, because then you can actually see something.
Coming into the hairpin, a few laps in, and there's a bit of an overshoot into the hairpin. And then I think it's Carol Bash snatched the place from Yannick into the hairpin. Unfortunately, it's the first time I've ever seen Yannick being overtaken in all these years. But it does happen. It does happen. I think the car was a bit tricky. It's always a gamble. If you want to push in these kind of conditions, it can happen.
Yeah, that was a very close call. And obviously the car in front got damaged now. I'm not sure if Dexter hit him, I don't think so. But it's something that happens very often, actually. Under safety car, you have a lot of like this accelerate and brake to keep the heat in the brakes and the tires. And sometimes if a few cars brake right after each other and you're like a fraction of a second not anticipating, then it happens really quickly that this car just stands in front of you all of a sudden, and I think that's what happened here. Very luckily we avoided it, otherwise I think our race would have been over. And Dexter gets a nice bit of smoke in his face from the tire rubbing on the bodywork, so crazy race, a lot going on there.
The conditions are now getting a little bit better, but basically you have to drive the ideal line, get the maximum out of it. And unfortunately, now one of my competitors exploited the gap that was there. We had a little bit of contact because I didn't want to be too far off of the driving line at all. But obviously he wanted to have the best exit possible. And so a little bit of touchy-touchy, as Yannick calls it.
Towards the end of the race, it started raining again. So obviously now we're in the opposite situation. Dexter on slicks on a dry track, but now raindrops coming. So yeah, this race just didn't give us a break. He's battling in the meantime another 3 wide situation into the hairpin. Just a normal day in Hockenheim, I guess. This is for the lead though. And he tries to trick the leader. But yeah, it gets a bit blocked by the Ferrari. Still gets next to him into Mercedes arena, gets pushed out on the curb, almost on the grass. Very exciting stuff, keeps it on track. Again, that move from the Audi, I'm not sure if that was fully legal, but you know, we're racing for the win, so I guess the emotions are running high, and yeah, well done for Dexter to attack and to keep it on track. It's cool to watch.
And race 2 ends on a high note. After an incredible drive and a flawless performance from the Giro, they crossed the line in a brilliant P2 in Pro-Am. A weekend to remember and a job well done.
Easy picking for him out there, and so he moves up into 5th position overall. Extraordinarily.
Oh my goodness, that's a huge...
Oh, it's worked out.
While I'm happy to to accept these 2 trophies. I have to say that there was some incidents, unfortunately, and it's part of racing, however you want to look at it. But unfortunately, a dear friend of ours has sustained a relatively hard accident, and I just want to wish him all the best. And he understands the risk for sure, because racing is always going to be risky. Yeah, he did very well all weekend, and I hope that this doesn't demotivate you, Ash, because you put down a good performance. You got a bit unlucky, and we had some banter on the way in, but accidents do happen. But I wish you a speedy recovery, and I hope to see you soon, very soon on the track, and don't let it get you down, all right?